the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Good about the half-court offense with this team, like with what Jacoby can do, not only at getting his own shot, but he's a great playmaker too, and I think he'll get other guys. I mean, you're not going to turn down playing with pace. Like if you have an opportunity, but I don't think it'll be like priority number one necessarily.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Final thing here. Kim Caldwell's Lady Vols are number 8 in the preseason poll here. Ryan, does that feel about right to you when you look at, UConn and South Carolina, the usual suspects at 1-2? And are you worried about this high preseason poll mark for a team that's going to have a lot of new faces, both true freshmen and also transfers, that like you're going to be able to build off last season's success and be a top 10, top 8, top 5 potential team in Kim Caldwell's second season?
I think it feels about right. Like this team feels like a 2 or a 3 seed in March Madness, and that would be what an 8 seed is you're either the last 2 seed or you're on the edge of being one of those top 3 seeds. I'm not worried about it either being like a thing that sets them up for failure, and a lot of that is just because of the type of coach Kim Caldwell is, and that's something she talked about today at SC Media Days. Is she said that she feels like the team has a very high ceiling, they can be really, really good and make a Final Four and do those types of things. At the same time, she feels like they have a really low floor, which is a funny thing, to hear your coach say, but it's kind of a refreshing thing too, where she's like, hey, we know if we go out there and you don't play to the potential you have and you're not focused on what you need to be focused on, that it's going to be ugly and you're going to lose games. So if there's a coach, they're obviously the Don Staleys of the world and stuff deal with it well too, but if there's a coach right now that you feel confident won't let some outside noise like that get to newcomers, freshmen, transfers, returners' heads, I think it would be Kim Caldwell, because I just don't think she'll even remotely let that fly.
That's interesting, Brett. I mean, there's some real blue chip 4 and 5 star talent in here, like multiple 5 stars. This is a big time class. Some of them are going to have to play, but you also have some returning faces that have bigger roles, like Talaysia Cooper obviously is prime for, not a breakout year, but a good, I guess this is it, right, Sylvia? This is it for Cooper at UT. Or do you think it's one more year for her?
The WNBA is not, the same as the NBA or the NFL where you're necessarily jumping at the opportunity to go and play. It's like, you saw Rickea Jackson would have been a pretty high draft pick and she decided to come back. So it's not uncommon at all. You see it a good amount. So I wouldn't rule out her coming back. I wouldn't rule out her leaving early too. Like she's that type of player. But the women's basketball is one that you kind of have to wait and see.
Interesting. But yeah, like, what do you think, Brett, when you look at this roster and what Kim has done, what you saw from year one? Do you see this being a top 8 team and being a 2-3 seed going into March next year?
Yeah, I think we're going to be better this year than we were last year. I think you improved a lot of areas. You got deeper, which is crazy. The best thing is you got more athletic. I think you're going to have 5 girls on the floor every single minute of the game that can run, can get after it. Nothing against Puckett and Darby and some of those girls who could shoot it, but they just couldn't play the style of basketball for the most part. I don't think they can get up and down the floor like some of these girls are. And yeah, like you said, you got 4 and 5 star girls that just want to go and play basketball and get up and down the floor. And this is the perfect style of basketball. And you're going to continue to see it. I think we got deeper in the front court and back court all together. I'm excited for this team personally. And yeah, I think they're going to, I don't know if you can surprise some people anymore, but definitely a top 8 team this year for sure.
Yeah. And they're definitely on radars, right? Across, like they're not, they can't really play. You can't play the underdog card a little bit, but you're not going to go into UConn and catch them by surprise. But it's tough to find 5 more teams, if even that many, that are more talented roster-wise than the Vols have. Like they do have a very strong roster, which is very impressive for year 2 for Kim. I know you have the benefit of being at Tennessee and the Lady Vols and all that, but like you still have to go out there and convince players that they want to play there. So I do think that says a lot about what she's done on the recruiting trail.
I just am so curious about who ends up getting the most amount of minutes and takes the lead guard status by the Horns, like who is it actually going to be? Who plays the most minutes there and who really steps? Because I just think Kim's going to rotate there, right? She's going to try different things, I imagine, pretty early on, right, Sylvia?
Yeah, they'll throw everyone on the floor. Like they'll play every single person on the roster in the first game. I can almost guarantee it. That's just what she likes to do early in the seasons to see what she has. So they'll give a look at everyone at every role. I think on paper, maybe Talasia would be the starting point guard, but at the same time, it doesn't like really matter, I guess. Like, Samara was the quote starting point guard last year, but it's not like she brought the ball up every time up the floor and things like that. Like, it's a lot of just, who got the rebound, who's a guard that you can outlet it to. It's very positionless basketball. So it only matters so much, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering if it'd be the Nia Robinson or the Kanaya Boyd or one of them as the quote unquote.
Like those are options. Both of the Paldo twins are options. It looks really good.
You can't even name a starting five, really. It could vary game to game. You got your three main girls, but who starts alongside them is the question.
I was going to say, who are the locks? Who are the closing locks? Spearman, I would say. Cooper.
I don't know if Whitehorn's still in the doghouse, but
Ruby Whitehorn, Talasia, Z, probably Janiyah Barker, and then maybe the fifth spots, whoever's open would be like if we teleported right now and there is 2 minutes on the clock in a tie game, I think that's who Kim would put on the floor, and then it could be a few different options for that fifth spot.
Yeah, you could go two bigs. You could put Janiyah Barker out there. You could. I mean, she's got so many options now, like they didn't have last year. Like it's crazy because Spearman is just so athletic. Latham's good. I mean, you're just looking down the roster. All these girls are going to get minutes. It's crazy.
Latham's a good shout there. She's on track to have a very strong year. I don't think she's going to be like SEC all SEC team or something like that, but she is going to play her role as an athletic forward that can shoot the ball very well. I think Kim's been, from what I've heard, seems very excited about what she has in Alyssa Laam this year.
So what is she as a player?
She can defend. She's long. She's quick enough to be in the press and do those things, but she can shoot the ball too. And that's something that Tennessee, if you could add one thing right now to the Lady Vols roster, it's 3-point shooting. And I think that's something that they're going to ask Alyssa to do a good bit more this year. And now she's got to step up and make those shots, but she seems capable of doing it. So I think that's a lot of the reason why she could play a pretty significant role this year.
I love it. Ryan, Sylvia, what can the good folks check out from you and the team over at RockyTopInsider.com this week?
Yeah, obviously just men's, women's basketball.
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.